What up, people? Yes, it's another wonderful week of your favorite award-winning, fantastic podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, yes, you will say, where is the award? We speak what we want to see.
That's right.
And when we are sitting on these seats, is about to free talk. We talk anyhow, and we talk with some sense. My name is Kingsley Oba, aka CYK, the richest. You know what it is? Shit. And you did that intentionally. My God will judge you. Anyway, don't mind this beautiful woman of God. We are here, and I'm not here alone. I have my wonderful, beautiful, delectable co-host, smart, intelligent, sassy, very strong, entrepreneurial. Yeah. Her mind is in the right space. Her head is on the swivel, ladies and gentlemen. Please join me and welcome the one and only Lady D.
Hey guys, we're back again.
Yes, and we're twinning today. We are wearing jeans. Yeah. I had to coordinate with her. She's the wardrobe director now. Yes.
I had to, yeah.
So we're not going to waste any of your time because today we want to talk about something that we've talked about before last week, and we had to revisit that topic, but we needed somebody who could match up with that topic. And I say, who I like, Holy Spirit, who am I going to call? Who's this guy? Who's that person? And I thought about it. I'm like, man, you get one of my guys, I don't say, the fear. He's fearless. He says his mind. He's a very vocal human being, and he damns every consequences because he wants to pass the message across to people that need to hear it. And I decided to call this guy. He's not just an ordinary person. This guy is a veteran, a radio veteran. He worked in radio back in Nigeria. When you see him, you know him. He's a businessman, an entrepreneur. He's into entertainment, and he has his own business. He is in the solar business. His company is called Your Energy Guy. Well, maybe I don't do mistake, but anyway, he go tell you. But trust me, you're going to be blessed. May I talk like pastors? You are going to enjoy what you hear today. Ladies and gentlemen, please, make her not talk too much. The very strong Odogu.
Period.
The one and only Augustus, a.k.a. Your Energy Guy.
Wow, thank you for having me, guys. I mean,
Baba.
It's great to be here, man.
What's up?
It's great to be here.
What's up?
Hey, D. The delectable D, Lady D.
Oh, God.
How are you?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Good to meet you. I'm doing very well.
Hey,
so
bro.
first off, the company is called YEG Solar Solutions.
YEG, okay.
Your Energy Guy is the brand, but that's me. That's who I am. And we're here. It's great to be here.
Thank you for putting that in perspective, making the correction. What's up? How you doing?
Man, I'm well. I'm here.
You good? You good?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
You're looking good.
When you said, thank you.
Lost some weight.
Somebody said CY Hope, please.
I don't understand.
If it's going in that direction, man.
That's a compliment, bro.
Thank you.
For us,
I intend to lose more.
As guys, we be. As guys,
I know.
What do you mean as guys?
Not they follow all these women.
What
they
do you
do
mean
all that
as
thing.
guys? Che, we want to start this thing with violence.
No.
Is somebody talking?
Let's not go there.
Is somebody talking?
No.
Okay.
Before no,
wow.
you don't do that.
Ojimo.
That's their movement. No be here.
Ojimo.
They say you're silencing their voice. You don't know that.
Now then, Sabi. Anyways, of course, we welcome you to the Free Talk podcast, and what we do here basically is just come to treat topics that most people really don't want to talk about, and also we want people to learn, and that's why we brought you here, because we know that you're going to, go deeper, Daddy. You understand?
I hope so.
Yep.
I hope so.
Yeah. So, Dami, what's our topic today?
Today we're going to be speaking about Happily Single or Miserably Married, Part 2. So yeah. But let me start by asking the same question I asked when we came here for Part 1.
Mm-hmm.
Are you married?
That's the
Do you
straightforward
want to
answer.
elaborate? Should we dive deeper?
Well, why the hesitation?
No, because I'm thinking. Should I even answer this question?
Move the
Why
mic
is he-
closer because we need
I'm,
to hear.
I'm thinking.
things.
Should I even answer this question? Why is he coming at me like this?
Why?
So I hesitated because I didn't know whether to answer the question or not.
You were not experiencing it.
I wasn't experimenting, my man, at all, for a lot of reasons.
Okay.
But yeah, no, I'm not married.
Okay.
You want to elaborate on the reasons, or
So are you trying to say that you have always been single, or have you been married before? Are you just about to start dabbling into the whole marriage scene, or you've been there, done that, and now you're just taking the back seat? You know, what is it? Give us context. Don't just tell us no. I want to know. I'm nosy.
I'm not married because I'm divorced.
Okay.
I used to be married.
Okay.
happily married?
I think.
Now see why can't they dive deeper? It's not me.
It's the free talk. Wow, you don't know where
it
you
is
from.
the free talk podcast. The problem is
The problem is there's no problem.
is that my pastor is going to see this and call me. So don't mind me, I'm just kidding. But I used to be married.
Okay.
Not married anymore. And I think I'll end it there.
Okay.
If
That's
you have
fine.
any more questions, I'm
Fair
happy
enough.
to answer them.
We would be throwing you questions as we go.
So okay. I wanted to ask one question, but
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Because it's the part B of that question when I said happily married. Was it happy? Were you happy? Because it still relates
That's
to
our
our
topic.
topic.
Yeah.
What's the topic again?
Happily single
Happily
or miserably
single or
married.
miserably married.
Yeah.
So no, it wasn't a happily married type situation, to be honest.
And how long were you in this situation for?
First of all, I want to commend you for saying that because not a lot of people admit.
Yeah.
Which I don't think there's anything wrong.
So see something, yeah. But I feel like my goal in life, especially, I don't know if you know, I lost my best friend 2 years ago.
Oh no, my condolences.
3 years ago now, 2022, a day after my birthday. And from that day on, I just said, you know what? I would just be open and clean so that people don't assume things. People don't run with assumptions, and people don't, people don't make the same mistake that I made. So I was married to a phenomenal woman, and I say it every day. I have no negativity, no animosity, nothing towards her. Now I messed up my marriage with my own hands, and I tell people all the time, especially when I'm talking to younger people, a younger generation, friends who are married and who have issues, and they think, you know what, let me call Augustus and let's talk about it. Or my friends call me Boo Boo. Make I call Boo Boo. Boo Boo, how far you free? Let's sit and talk, And in recent times, up until, recently, I just had a conversation a few days ago with a friend who was going through a situation. And I had to sit her down and just advise in all sincerity. My advice is not it's not the conventional advice, because I would ask you questions, questions dating back to the foundation of the relationship or the marriage.
Yeah.
Where the relationship, for me, my marriage had a very shaky foundation. It was one that was entered into with a lot of insincerity on my part. And my marriage should have ended 4 months after I started.
Wow.
In fact, it ended.
This one big pass you well.
Paused.
That's a clock it moment there.
Yeah. It stopped, paused, and begging here, begging there, begging here, begging there. She said, okay, you know what? Let's give it another shot. And another shot, a few months down the road, we hit another major pothole.
So,
and all of that.
Okay, I understand. I know you're really you want to be careful because you don't want anybody to. You don't want anything you say to hurt anybody that is involved in?
So to be honest, I am, like I said, and I was very clear. Not my fault. I mean, I'm the one that, and this is not just because everything in a marriage or relationship rises and falls on the man. This one, I mean, I was totally at fault.
So let me. When you say you destroyed your marriage with your own hands, and that your marriage should have ended 4 months before it started.
After it
started, rather. Yeah. Was it that because it goes back to our question, miserably married, or the topic? Do we say that you didn't get out some things from your system before you got into marriage? Or you were not done with certain lifestyle? Or what was it what do you mean by you destroyed it? Because some people are actually still in these marriages going with the destruction. Like they are pummeling the thing. You realize on time, like, look, this thing, I don't think this thing can go further, and you step away from it. But some people are there miserable. They are just like, okay, let's see where this thing is going to. In fact, some people are praying for their spouses to die.
Really?
Yes, and that's true. Wow. That's very, very true. So, for me, it was a case of. It was a case of, I just was, in hindsight, really, I wasn't ready for marriage. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready to take up the responsibility of being anybody's husband at the time. But you know how we say in Nigeria, we go rough arm. So we rough arm. And then, not the first few years in my marriage was war. Like, no, not the first few years. But the entirety of the marriage was war. So you're at war with your spouse regularly. I'm not saying having fights. I'm saying at war where,
there's no mental peace.
It was just a case where, and I kept, on my own, kept making things worse. It wasn't because the devil was pushing me, so let's leave that guy alone.
I like this guy. He's taking responsibility.
Let's leave that guy alone.
Yeah.
It was me. It was me saying,
you yourself and you.
I don't get this one for house. Make this one wait first. Let me do other things with myself. Let me go and enjoy myself. Let me have fun. Let me do this. Like I said, it all started back in Nigeria, and moving to the US was because we said, yet again, let's give it another try. 6 months down the road.
Let's relocate.
6 months after moving, we just knew it cannot work.
So, no be Nigeria be your problem.
Oh, no.
As you enter America, you still continue the evil way they do for Nigeria.
It wasn't evil. Stop. Let's use our words properly. It wasn't evil. It was just not good.
What's not good
when God
evil?
created the heavens and the earth,
What's not good
he sat down,
evil?
relaxed, crossed his leg and said, this is good. I could sit down now and, in hindsight, yet again, look back and say to myself, that wasn't good.
Okay.
You got to be a better person. You got to do better. You got to,
Why didn't you realize this while you were still married? Why did your marriage need to suffer before you came to this realization? Why did it take you that long?
Good question. Because and yet again, this is just me speaking hyperbolically. I feel like it was because we don't come. Where you want to go, where I want to go. And then we went from that mentality to when you tire you go. So it was just a accumulation of a lot of things, but it was a accumulation of a lot of things that, I had done, the things she had done, because she was being reactionary.
Okay.
You know, and doing things just to.
So, Baba, may I ask,
to get my attention,
Baba,
basically.
May I ask you this question? Say, waiting be the issue. Say, was it cheating? You stepped out of your marriage.
So stepping out of the marriage is one thing. So that was there, you know, but losing yourself in the process was another thing.
Like,
just coming to the point where you just say to yourself, you know what?
Let me just continue. Let me dive deeper.
This is gone. When she tires, she go. You know, the streets are calling my name. You know, the streets are calling my name.
Right.
And that, I think that was it, because if I think about it, what didn't we try? Therapy. What didn't we try? You know, what didn't we try?
So what changed? What brought you to that realization that, okay, you know what, I think I have to stop or slow down, or, you know?
But he didn't though. He's just realizing that now.
I'm not just realizing that now.
Oh, my bad.
Wow. Now?
My bad.
He just wake up.
I'm trying to make you understand.
Our podcast is the therapy.
No, but for real, I'm not just realizing that. I mean, what happened? 3 years ago, like I said, I lost my best friend.
I'm sorry about that, man.
Thanks, man. That was a wake-up call. You know, that was not just a wake-up call. That was, hey, dude, get off your back and fix your life. You know. I remember his last visit to America. He stayed in the UK, but we ran a business together. We're best friends. We're doing things together, really, and we're shuttling France, Nigeria, and here. The last time he came, CY came visiting. The reason why he came to Maryland was to see what he could do to help.
To help the marriage. No.
You know.
That was dark. What I was about to say was very dark. Oh, thank God I took it back. Carry on.
Good thing you didn't say it, because I have a dark response for it.
And I have a dark way of listening.
Please.
So he came just to see what he could do to help, and you know, I remember, you know, one of our conversations, and I told him, Mama, I'm done. And he looked at me and he says, I can see it.
Wow.
Those were his words. And he left Maryland and went to Atlanta. I flew out to Atlanta September 5th. I will never forget that day. I did not want to go. I woke up at 3 a.m. and bought my flight ticket. I did not want to go, you know. And so I flew out to go see him, because he was leaving 7th of September. September 5th, I had to go be with him for a bit, stay with him, just spend the day. It was just funny, you know, exactly a month after he passed on. So it was just a case of me just saying, fix you. I actually did try to see if we could make it work. You know, to be honest, I went back and I said, you know what? I'm a better person now. I want to fix things. I want to see how things can work out. You know, I spent a year in that conversation. And I remember one day, she just looked at me, said, what's there to come back to? Look around you. What's there to come back to? Come back to all the hurt and pain and drama and fights and yelling and screaming, and, you know, you don't want to raise kids in that environment. That's where I was. You know, and I agreed. After a while, I just said, you know what? The best thing to do is to find a day, go there, kneel down and apologize. And I did that. I did that because I knew it was necessary. Not because I was trying to be a man and I'm trying to show remorse. No, I just knew it was necessary for the process and for my healing as well. Because I also needed to heal. I needed to forgive myself as well. You know.
I know you were really beating yourself up.
Yeah, I needed to forgive myself as well. I needed to grow out of the pain, out of my flaws, my mistakes.
And have you successfully done so?
Of course. Of course. Like you see the thing. One of the things that I do is something that, you know, IT people will call, you know, retrospectives. I sit down and I actually take notes. You know, sit down, take stock, look at myself, tell myself. It's like my mirror moment. Tell yourself the truth. Every man needs that, you know. And I told myself the truth. I was having a conversation yesterday, and I said, you know, one thing that I know is that I will never repeat the same mistakes again.
So before you go, excuse me, before you go further, you mentioned that you apologized to, you know, your ex, and I want to ask, how did she receive that? Did she accept the apology? Did she just see it as, oh, you're just pretending, or you just want to...
Or was it a done deal? It was a just go.
Did she accept
I don't care for your apology.
I mean, even as much as she knew that you guys are not going to be together, was there that openness? Because that's where the healing starts taking place.
Apparently there was. So she said she has forgiven me. She forgave me even before I asked for it. But I was like, it's fine. I just wanted to make sure that, you know, we're clear, you know, and that was it, you know. So there was that. I think a lot of times people just, you know, I hate the term closure, but that wasn't closure for me. That was me just going back and saying, hey, I've hurt you this much. I've hurt you this much. And this is me paying my penance for the hurt and pain that I've created and I've caused, you know.
And you think going back to prostrate, lie down flat, roll on the floor, cry for help was enough to quantify or to measure the hurt?
I'll tell you.
So nothing can quantify, nothing can measure.
Did you hear
what am I asking?
No, wait. Let me answer. Wait, hold on. I don't want to forget my response before you throw me off track. Nothing can quantify or be at par with
what you
the
did.
Hurt. No, not what I did. With the hurt any man can cause a woman. You've wasted her time.
What do you mean now? No, you do.
Hold on, cool down. And I'm generalizing now.
No, I'm speaking specifically on this matter.
Okay, so when you're speaking specifically on the matter, I am generalizing because I feel like every man should be able to get to that point where they tell themselves the truth, have that mirror moment, and then take whatever you've learned from your mirror moment, go back and genuinely, sincerely apologize to the female folks. That's one. So I went back and apologized because genuinely I was sincerely sorry. I still am sincerely sorry, but I have apologized. I've done the needful. You know, I will continue to do the needful, which is why till tomorrow, she cannot pick up a phone and say, never see the kids again. It's not possible because I am engraved in their heart. I'm involved in everything going on, you know,
fair enough.
with them. So it's, yet again, it's just, you know, my conversation with my friend, she was like, but, don't you feel some type of way being away from them? I'm like, I'd rather be away from them, right, than to be with them every day in a toxic environment. Yeah, you don't want to raise your kids in that environment. And the toxicity is not from the two people, it's just from the atmosphere the two people carry around when they're around each other.
You people, aura, your aura was bad.
Aura for aura, man, straight up.
Bro, I remember one of the days I went to visit.
No, see why called me one day in 2021. I will never forget that day. It's like, guy, waiting there happen, you did all right. I was like, I did. I said, no, I did house. everywhere just dark. I said, my guy, we're fine, don't worry, we just sort them. You remember that conversation?
Yeah.
So I've known CY from Nigeria, you know.
So even outsiders could feel the tension,
Listen,
the darkness.
It was.
Look.
Wow.
There was a day I went to visit them, and because and she's my person as well.
Mm-hmm.
So go to visit, and it was when you enter a room and you know that these two people, there is something crazy going on right now. As a matter of fact, the words they were, it wasn't words that you could use. People that are friends use. It was just
friendship.
sharp. It was intentional to, words that you are intending to destroy this person.
Hurt, yes.
You just want to hurt this
Wow.
person.
Yes.
I can only imagine the people that are actually in that situation.
Yeah.
It's not a good place to be.
So like I said, like I told a friend yesterday, I said, I will never, first of all, I will never go back to that type of situation because I will never create it. That was created by me, my actions, my inactions. Sometimes it's not what you do, it's what you chose not to do. That's the problem.
So to narrow back to our bone of contention, why we are here today, right? And I'd like to say that there are thousands of people who are currently going through that.
Yeah.
May not necessarily be your exact experience, but people who are actually miserably married. So what I'd like for us to do today as a collective is to actually examine the things that lead people to that misery. So if it is something that for we have not stepped into it, let's take note so that we can begin to adjust, and also for the viewers, right? And also for those who are inside, what is the solution? Because we cannot just gather here for nothing. We need to help people.
Yeah.
So what are the things, and feel free to speak from your experiences. One of the things I've gathered from what you've said is the things you didn't do and the things that you did. You were the sole architect of your own problem. So from your standpoint, what are some things that both the man and the woman can be doing or cannot be doing that can contribute to us getting to the point of we're miserably married? And how do we come out of it? Is divorce the only answer? Why everywhere just quiet now?
So I'm articulating my mind.
No, I'm not the guest now. They look me now.
So
ask question. They don't look me.
One second. Let me talk. So no, divorce is not the only answer.
Okay.
Divorce is hard. Divorce is tough. It is draining. Emotionally, mentally, physically, financially draining. So it's not the only option.
Okay.
I wish it wasn't an option, but here we are. It is. You just have to make up your mind to think back, recline your seat, think back to how it all started and why you got into a marriage situation with the person you got into a marriage situation with. It is important for you to find your why in everything that you do, really, but in marriage especially. Find your why. Why did I do this? Then find your how. How is twofold. How did I get here? How do I get out of here?
Okay.
When you come to that space where yes, you will get advices. Your family will pressure you. Her family would cuss you out and pressure you. The pressures will be there.
Okay.
But have your moment where it could be a month, it could be 2 weeks, it could be a week, it could be 2 days. It depends on how hurt. Because when you say I love you to somebody, you're also saying I will hurt you. You're also saying, hey, this is a chance for you to hurt me. We are going to be in a hurt type relationship, but I will love you through every hurt. And that is really what love is.
May I not be Jesus, so but
No,
carry on.
you're not Jesus, but even Jesus was hurt now.
Remind me, I told you I was going to tell you why she had.
Even Jesus was hurt. I'm going to go back to that. Even Jesus was hurt. Jesus went through pain. Why did Joseph of Arimathea, the guy, very influential guy, why did he leave the crowd and come and help Jesus carry his cross?
That's why Jesus Christ is our Lord and personal Savior.
No.
Am I your Lord and personal Savior? Why do you want to hurt me?
But no, I don't want to. So I don't come out intentionally to hurt you. Like I said, when I tell you I love you, D, I'm telling you, we're human. I'm going to hurt. I've spent in a few weeks, it's 44 years on earth. For crying out loud. I've been shaped, I've been formed, I've had experiences. Then you will now come into my life. And you think you're not going to hurt me? We're not going to butt heads?
I think this hurt is relative. I am of the opinion that people tend to hurt another person if you are selfish. If you are constantly thinking about how your actions will affect your neighbor, not even marriage or relationship. If I'm thinking of, if you move this thing now, it can enter my eye, right? If you are of that thought process that don't let me move this thing so it doesn't hit this eye, you would maintain it even if it's inconveniencing to you to speak into the mic. But if you're of the opinion that, well, I need to speak into the mic, there's nothing I can have to move it, regardless of if it hits me or not, then you will do that. Right. So it's safe for me to say that I like to say that now I'm not a perfect person, but I am very cautious of my actions towards another person. If my actions will hurt you and you are somebody I care about, I will desist from that action, even if it makes me uncomfortable.
How about a case where I don't even know this would hurt you? Some things that I'm used to. We're gisting, we're laughing so hard. And I go, because I've dated somebody like that before, and I go, waka. Waka is what, I mean, I would tell my guy will say waka right back at you. You understand? Papa, do you understand? And this babe just went wailing. No, I won't call it wailing, I'm sorry. I'm just saying she went crying. The flood.
But did you do that again?
No, I had to. See, because she broke up with me.
She broke up with you because you say waka.
There are people.
No, so
you told me shut up. You're abusing my mother. I was like, no, that's not what it is.
Let me tell you something.
But people believe what they believe.
People don't understand that if you're going to go into a relationship with anybody or marry anybody, once you might love that person, once the person starts getting offended by some things that probably never used to be a problem, just know that the person is done with you. It's not what you said.
I listened to a pastor on Sunday. A pastor in Maryland. I went on YouTube and I couldn't make church, so I just joined any service, and I said, okay, let me join this guy's service. Shout out to Pastor Kobe. The guy kept saying, hey, marriage is hard. Marriage is difficult. Very, very practical dude. And he said, this morning, they were making me late. I was angry. And I still had to drive to church and come and minister to you people. So as I was driving,
Pastor came to vent.
Pastor saved me.
He reached to vent.
Pastor saved me therapy now.
He reached to vent. 39 years of marriage. I said,
Oh my goodness, I can't.
But you see, that's a situation that will happen to anybody, spirit-filled or not.
Yes.
It will happen to and with anybody.
I agree.
It's how you handle it. Yet again, like I said, I had my mirror moment. I sat down. I remember one of my friends, oh God, I would say this. I remember one of my friends called me up one day. And where are you? I said, I'm home. She's like, okay, she's landing at 10 p.m. I'll pass by your house. Let's gist small. And then she landed and we started gisting. And then she says, the other day, I was hanging with so-and-so person. And one girl just came in. And the girl was just cursing her ex-husband, cursing the poor guy, talking about how the guy was just useless. The guy was this, was that, was this, was that. That was one day. Make I finish. That was one day. My daughter's birthday that year. My friend called me, like, Jesus Christ, is so and so your ex-wife? I'm like, yes. So Augustus, you didn't tell me. I'm like, what do you mean by I didn't tell you? I told you now. Well, I just didn't point the person out to you because we were not in an environment where the person would be there. You understand? He's like, remember that day I told you?
How much you was cussing out your husband?
See, my guy, it was you they were cussing out, because you just posted your daughter's video and picture on her birthday, and you posted the same thing. So she's just like putting two and so. I mean, I've been blocked for the past 8 years on Instagram. So,
by who?
By my ex.
But so you're unblocked now.
No. Well, no WhatsApp, is direct phone, no Instagram, no social media, nothing. But it's fine. So wait, let me finish, Joe.
Please.
So stop.
Repent.
Let me finish. So when she said that to me, weeks later, she called me and like she was just thinking about my response to what she said the other day. I was like, which of the things that you said? So like when she told me about my ex and all that I was just calm. And I laughed it off. Said that she gives me handle, like, there are other guys that she's just dealing with one friend now that cussed her husband out in front of his friends, and then the guy gave her a serious beating. Police had to get involved.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
America.
In America.
Wow.
And she's just like,
is the guy
like
out
she's shocked. He's out. She dropped the case. She didn't put father of your children. Just cool down.
What happened to father of my children?
Cool down first. So she didn't press charges and nothing like that. But then I say that to say that what in all of this I've learned never to be reactionary. Think it through.
I think reactionary is relative. Depends on the situation, because you cannot claim that you are my husband or you're my man, and then you put your hands on me and you say I will not be reactionary.
That's a boundary. That's a different matter. No. That's a boundary that if any of my friends cross, I say it today. My guys, if any of my friends cross, I will defriend you. And defriending
is not because you just said father of your children, so she did not post. You're going to jail.
You will know that I've cut you off. That's a different matter.
That even raises his voice. On a woman, I caught you because see, there's something I believe, when like I always say, yes, we might talk about equality, honestly, it's not true. I'm sorry to burst your bubble, ladies. Let's get it right. Or I'll say, let me put it this way, so I don't get into trouble with some people. When you say equality,
okay,
do you want equality or you want equity?
Okay.
Because there are two things here.
I don't think I've ever been of the belief that a man and a woman are equal.
Yeah.
Because in the order of God, we're not even in the design of God.
That was where I was going to, because God, a man's strength is totally different from no matter how strong a woman is.
Yes, I agree.
You can't buy it. You understand? So when a man wants to exert an authority, even raising your voice, you shouldn't, because guess what? Yes, she might do all the your duty is to bring it down.
But yet again,
excuse yourself if you cannot stand it.
But yet again, a man, God's design is that a man, as much as he is in charge, can operate as one who really isn't in charge, even if he is in charge. That is why he needs a woman to take charge. So there's the CEO and there's the COO. One is an executive and one is in the operations angle. One handles all of the operations, action person, and that's where the woman comes in. The CEO, the head, making sure everything is made available, making sure that, you know,
making availability for the CEO to operate.
Exactly. Making sure that life is easy for the CEO. And that is where the husbandman, and the woman comes in. Every woman, and I think women should stop for a minute and think about this. You know, stop assuming that you are in charge. I know. Wait, so let me explain.
I agree.
I know beautiful babes from 25 years ago that are not married today and are wishing that they had stopped in their tracks back then, calmed down, really calmed down, chilled, and let their boyfriends at the time run the show. Their boyfriends that would have been fiancé, that would have been husband. You know, so every time I see them, I see one regularly on Instagram, and once she just sees me post something, she would always comment. She's my friend. She lives in Nigeria, in Abuja, but she's still single, and she's what, almost 51 now? Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
but this babe fine die.
It's not about beauty.
No, but you see, the men, that's what we're saying.
So
that's what catches us.
Yes, but the moment you see the beauty and then you go and enter it, and you now find out that the character is not as beautiful as the face, you will
be wrong, you run.
Yes, now so in that sense, I'm so sorry to cut in. In that sense, I think it is best for each individual in a marriage, since we're specifically speaking on marriage. And let's be taking it from the relationship. There are a few points, like one of the points in that video is, understand, the person that you're trying to collaborate with. Marriage is partnership. Let's begin to sit back, like you said, examine your strength as a woman and your strength as a man. I came across a video of a man of God, preaching the other day, Apostle Suleiman, I think that's his name.
No,
and
is it this guy? He's talking about
Selman.
Yes, Selman. My apologies, Apostle Selman. And he said in that video, you come and be like, bring your 50, I bring my 50, or whatever the case is, but in the actuality of it, you need to bring your 100 and I bring my 100. Because some days you keep saying, why is it that every time something I'm the one that has to do something, in an argument, or maybe I'm saying, to my husband, why is it that every time I'm the one that I have to something to you? Why can't you do the same? That's my strength. And if God has put both of you together, your strength is to help that person because they have a weakness there.
Right,
it is not a competition. Right. It's not husband against wife. It is partnership against the issue. So if we begin to, you look at your own perspective as a man. What is my responsibility? What is my strength? And that's why it's fundamental for us to keep going back to the design of God. If we try to do it outside the design of God, that's where there's always chaos.
Who are the ones that are not? So my question, and this is not a gender war or a gender issue. If we really need to be honest, which is it the women or the men that are actually always trying to take it outside the design of God?
I think it's both parties because it takes two. It can never be one person.
So this is why I'm asking that question.
Okay.
When men say, I am a traditional man, I want a traditional marriage. And the question is, what is God's original design? Is it not the traditional?
What do you mean? Is it in the Bible that's tradition?
No, when I mean tradition, I'm not talking about how do I explain
cultural
this? Yes, I'm not talking about culturally. Okay. I'm talking about how we have the hierarchy.
Okay, of course.
The design.
Okay.
And now we have some people say, no, I don't want it to be that way. I want us to be this way.
That's the beginning of the problem.
So every time.
I think I see what you're saying.
Do you
where
understand
you're coming
what
from?
I'm trying to say?
But however, while we are still following the hierarchy of God, which is the husband, the head, and then the wife, the head cannot function without the neck.
Can you stop saying that thing?
Why?
Let me explain. You know,
What connects the head to the rest of the body?
A pastor corrected me. He said that is, you see, it's still that thing, human knowledge. Is it scriptural that the Bible say the women are the neck?
No, I'm saying biologically.
No. The Bible say women are the neck.
Yes, but we can use that analogy
Can I say something?
The neck holds the head. Now we can use that analogy.
Can I say something?
Sure.
I like to chime in. So God's plan from the get-go was for cohabitation. Yes, he created Adam. Then he put him to sleep, took a rib and created Eve. Right?
Companionship.
A helpmate.
What's a helpmate? What's a helpmate?
What do you think?
You think he's house girl?
No, of course it's not. You
think
want to marry me today and say,
you think he's somebody that's
be my
a
helpmate and you be enslaving me in the house.
You think it's somebody that's a helpmate is exactly what I had explained earlier. CEO, COO. Make sure that the CEO keeps looking good while you do beautify, and he makes sure.
Isn't that partnership?
That is exactly partnership.
That's what I'm saying.
It's like the way your body is right now. I will say something now and it will shock you. The other day, I just felt small back pain. I couldn't function. My brain was calculating what was wrong. I just could not function.
Okay.
The entirety of man, the church, man. I just entered Bible. Let me go. The church, man, the entirety of the church and the essence of man as man is for man to enjoy the earth. So everything that man needs to enjoy the earth, God has given to him. So that back pain was not given to me by God. It was just probably me abusing my body and not listening to my body. And so
you arrived at that junction.
At that junction. That is exactly how relationships are. When you abuse a relationship so much to the point where you get to a junction and you cannot see, there's a way you pull a horse to the river and it will still drink. There's a way you're going to drag it and it will not drink. You can't force it. You can't bend its neck to drink out of that water. That is exactly how relationships are. So that is exactly how it is.
So now let's go back to the topic, because we're almost rounding up. The topic is happily single
or miserably married.
Miserably married. So I'm going to pose this question to you. You're divorced. Would you do marriage again?
Marriage is a beautiful union. I will. Hold on. Let me finish. Marriage is a beautiful union. It's a very, very beautiful union.
When people start answering questions with...
so now waiting our last guest talk with that. Marriage is a very beautiful institution.
Oh, really?
Yet, what happened?
What happened?
It's so beautiful, it's so beautiful, but what happened?
Let me land. I'm going somewhere.
I'm listening.
Tell us the real truth, please.
Marriage is a beautiful union. I think I was having a conversation earlier with Lady D. And I said, I will do it right if I'm going to do it again. Doing it right is being true, first of all, to myself.
Of course.
First, before I'm true to anybody else. And like I say...
So it's something you're going to give a shot again?
I would have answered you in the affirmative, but I would say that it's possible. I would say that it's possible.
But it's what you view at the moment.
But you've just not found who you want to do it. Who can make...
It's not about
don't
who.
Let me put words in your mouth.
See, it's not about who.
You're not ready.
It's not about who. I want to do it right. And I believe that when I do it right, it will be right. You can't go back into a situation. For example, you are in secondary school, you fail JS1. No, you fail JS2. Then you move to another school because they ask you to repeat and you don't want to repeat. You now go to another school to do the same JS, to do JS3. Then you get JS3 and you fail and they say, oh no, either advise to withdraw or go back to JS2 and do JS2 again. So you've lost 2 years.
At this point, do you enjoy your singlehood?
Yes.
No, but why are you assuming that he is single?
Yes.
Because he's not married does not mean he's single.
I'm single.
Are you? So there's nobody that this talk can put you in trouble with. You don't have any. You don't have any pinned contact in your text.
My daughter.
Men, fear men.
My daughter. But let me say something. You've clamored on partnerships. It is important to have a partnership even before marriage, where you are in a situation where you are trying to grow something. You see that the mission and vision is the altar, right? It's beyond the altar. After the altar, there's life, right?
Right.
So it's to work purposefully in that line and get there as partners. So, not as individuals.
All right. I mean, I think I understand what you're saying. What I mean, sorry for cutting you.
It's okay.
I understand what you're saying. You don't want a situation where you say certain things and you don't mean what you're saying, or you don't carry out, you don't follow through with your actions, with what you said. Because the reason why I asked if you're enjoying your singlehood is because some people will be they are just trying to heal from a lot of things. They are trying to unpack just at that stage of their single life, even as much as maybe they are because when somebody is in a relationship, he's single. Let's be very honest.
Really?
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship, you're not married now.
When you say somebody is single,
you are committed to somebody.
But you're not married to the person.
Fear men.
It's not. I don't understand what she's saying.
What do you mean?
You keep saying what?
What does that mean? You cannot be in a relationship and tell me that you are single. So you want to be in a relationship and be moving. The word single means that there is nobody that you are answering to. You can.
Are you actually answering to anybody?
The relationship. What do you mean? That is commitment. You cannot be in a relationship.
Don't talk like that again.
Yeah,
but to be real, let's just be real.
How do we get to the place of people who scatter this podcast?
I am not. See, if I'm in a relationship,
and I understand where Siwa is coming from. That's why I told him not to say that again.
So
because
I am single.
Okay. When you are single, what are some things you can do? You can talk to multiple people. Yes. You can go on dates, yes. You can be on dating apps, yes. You can be having multiple sexual partners and be doing whatever you seem well pleased.
No, you don't have to do all that.
No, I'm just saying, but these are things that you can possibly do if you're single.
It is
you're choosing and selecting.
No, it is in your head that it is a person.
What do single people do?
You've got to make up your mind.
What do single you people should not try to bamboozle me? What do single people do?
Somebody.
No, leave that one.
If you're committed to somebody, if I'm committed to someone, please let me finish. If I'm committed to somebody, and we haven't, I haven't put a ring on it. I'm single, but I am committed to somebody. You understand? And my commitment to that person is as genuine as me waking up in the morning at 5 a.m. saying good morning. I know that I am answerable to a large extent.
So you're not single. You are not single.
You are single.
Maybe we don't have to agree.
But
this is also the problem. Sorry, hold on. These are the things that you guys say that the men in my generation will now begin to hold on to and be acting out.
Let me explain. In church, if you're in a relationship with someone and they say single people come out,
It is only people,
except
your relationship is not a serious relationship. It's a relationship that you people don't have vision. But no, now stop this thing. If I'm dating a man and we are in a committed relationship, or in a relationship where I know where you're headed, I know where you're taking me and where we're both headed.
You won't go out.
Why? What am I going out for? I have a man. I'm not single.
Yeah. When they say church,
it's only when they are wait now. It's only when there are certain exceptions. Maybe inside this relationship now, you've been dating me for 10 years. Inside this relationship now, we're doing. I don't know what we are today. We're breaking up. We're doing. That's what I'm saying. But if that factor is not there, that's where you met me, you've courted me like a proper man to a proper lady, we're dating, we're in a relationship, we're getting to know each other, we're meeting each other's family, everybody knows you with me, we're just waiting for the right time or the best time to lock this down and officially, move to the stage of marriage. I beg, if you as my man, you are inside that crowd and you see me say, I go outside, they say all singles come out. When we get home, won't we have a problem?
I won't have a problem.
Please. See why, stop this thing.
D and CY. D and CY. Let's be real. Let's be real.
DC.
Please.
DC or CD.
No, please don't tag me with this man. Don't tag me with this man. They are young men. Leave CD alone. Your mind is in the gutter. They are young men that look up to CY. How can CY be saying this type of thing?
Because you're not understanding.
Because he's being realistic.
So if I bring man to you now and I tell you that this is my boyfriend or this is my man, and you now get talking to the man, you now pick from his conversation that maybe I say this man get mentality of a single man. No, you will not come me to the side and advise me as your sister and say be mindful of that man.
So when I say the thing is, you see, there is a difference between having the mentality of, when you say mentality of a single person, what you're insinuating is the actions of that person. If that person starts running around, that's where I have the problem.
That's what single people do.
Let me.
But if you're in a relationship, you're committed.
You guys.
You are committed. Guys, be committed to your relationships.
Yes.
Some people are singly married, though,
married but living single. Married but living single.
It's what we are talking about. Some people are married but living single.
It's because you are giving them type of advice that if you are not married, you are single. No, if you're in a relationship, you are committed to your relationship.
Siwa is being a realist.
He's being a devil's advocate.
You are tuning towards societal norms, which is okay.
How is that a societal norm? So if we're engaged, we're not yet married though. Leave me alone, please. So if we're engaged, we're not yet married, yes?
And you go to
but
the same
we're engaged.
And
Leave
pastor
church.
says single people come
Leave
out.
church alone.
Will you lie in the house?
Leave God. We should leave God.
Leave church first. Don't leave God, because God is the center of everything.
Who is the church? Who wants it?
See why I want to provoke me this evening. He wants to start what
I mentioned something earlier. I said the church is you.
Yeah.
You are the church. You as an individual.
So if we're engaged and we're not yet, we are engaged. You've proposed. You've given me the ring. Are you still single?
I've proposed to you. I'm off the market now.
Did you see the video of that guy that refused to kneel down?
Yeah. How they are going back and forth.
The girl broke up the relationship because he refused to accept, because the guy did not kneel down to propose.
Why didn't you kneel down? No, answer the question. Why didn't you kneel down? Is your knee paining you?
I'll say.
And this guy bought her a car.
OJB.
No, the car's been using the car for a while.
No, the guy bought the car for her.
And so?
Just because he didn't kneel down.
Did you
watch the part where the boy's mother and the boy had a conversation in his car? And the mother said, why didn't you kneel down? You've done everything. You've set up everything. It was a pleasant surprise. Everybody, there was music, there was violinists, there was everything. Why didn't you kneel? It was just to finish there. But in that guy's case, and I will never go to that guy's defense. I'll come to his defense. That boy is a proud somebody. That was pride and ego.
Thank you.
Hold on.
You have done the needful.
Hold on.
See to the end.
Hold on.
You don't reach this line.
I agree.
You're not ball on the line. You play over.
I don't understand.
Wait first.
That was a pride and ego in play.
Let me explain. What if the
power
guy?
Struggle.
What if? I mean,
your woman.
You can say that, but what if the guy was just trying to
do what?
Just to test something.
See why? Stop this thing now.
No.
When you propose, give your wife, you need that, be no need down.
I'm not even proposed to her.
You are the problem. You are the problem of the world. I'm telling you.
We're 14 years in and we're good.
And that's fine. If you want to wait,
do you understand what we're talking about?
Everybody pause. Is this a prank? Everybody stop this thing. What do you mean? What do you mean? If you want to, you can lay on the bed though. I cannot understand. I'm sorry, sir. I cannot understand. If we're laying on the bed together and you want to slide the ring into my finger, that's fine. Where with me and you on the bed, perhaps we just finish pranking or whatever the case is, right? But the moment you
know
gather,
your pastor will see this video.
Please let me speak my mind.
I'm just saying.
The moment you gather the public, guys, men, hear me and hear me clearly. The moment you gather the public to come and gather and say that you want to do something, if you're going to do it, see it through to the end. If you're going to honor your woman, if you cannot honor your woman in the public, forget about it.
Now he won't go to propose.
Who asked you? Maybe call people. You know what you know?
Because
you have seen it to the end.
Yes.
Is it not now that men be kneeling down?
I mean, I agree with you now because
our forefathers, did they receive kneeling down? The women in the past received kneeling down to propose.
I'm a very traditional man. I'm not saying a culturally, but
what do you mean by a traditional man?
What I mean is,
you know, see why. You're a table shaker. It's your nature.
He's a devil's advocate. That's what he's been doing. I'm telling you.
To be honest, we all know what's right. We all know what to do. All I would say to single people out there, married people, go back to, sit back, recline, recline, pour yourself a drink and think over your actions, inactions, things that, because there are situations that are salvageable that look very bad right now, and they're salvageable. There are situations, of course, that two parties have checked out, and wife now lives in the basement, husband lives upstairs. Oh yeah.
Or separate rooms.
Separate rooms is nothing. I say wife lives in the basement. She has locked the entrance from the house to the basement. If you want to come to the basement, you go outside, turn round, and come. Not press the bell. She has ring. Press the bell to come inside. We are
supposed to be married.
Do you understand? No. Wow. And the marriage, you're on holiday in the marriage. That one is you do that 1 year before the final divorce.
So that's
you understand. That's
married.
That one is out of it. That's like totally miserable. And there are people going through a lot. But there are single people out there who are seeing all of these scenarios play out and saying, you know what, I don't want to do this. See, relationships, just like marriage, really, is like the computer term, garbage in, garbage out. What you put in is what you get.
Yes.
What you put in is what you get. So invest right, invest sincerely.
Genuinely.
Pour yourself into her, pour yourself into him genuinely without any expectation in return, because we are too damn transactional in this generation. And trust me, the dating pool is filled with Birkin bags and trips to Hawaii and all of that. The reality is, after all of that, what's left is left.
Anyway,
before marriage,
we have to draw to the end of today's episode. One thing I've taken from Augustus is, one thing I've learned from him and what he said here today is, one, taking responsibility, being honest, being open, accepting when you are wrong, which helps marriages and relationships.
Yeah.
Whether you're in or you're out, whether you've done it or you're going through it, there is something that is very, very inevitable, which is, being honest. That honesty, a lot of people don't have it. And again, that humility, the ability to be humble, to take responsibility for your actions, for the things you've done, which is something I want us to understand. Young men, young women out there, let's learn to take responsibility when we know, because when you've done something stupid. Of course. Your conscience will tell you, take responsibility. And another thing before, I will bring in Dee and Augustus to give their final statement as we, wrap up. Please, if you're in a relationship, whether you're in it's marriage or dating, you have to communicate. Listen, I can't overemphasize the benefits and the power of you communicating with your partner, like constantly talking about everything. Like if you don't feel happy about something, if there's something you that is in your head, like tell the person, just like let's have a conversation. The person is bothered, talk to the person, because you know what it does, it gives. And when I mean communication, I'm not talking of shouting at each other,
of course.
I listen to, although he's not really my I listen to him, but I kind of cherry pick. Solomon
He's your
Bucci,
mentor.
he said something recently. He said, partners, stop using words like why didn't you do this, you always leave the kitchen dirty, when you always, why didn't. He said those words are very triggering. And I kind of like looked back even in my own marriage, when although I had to learn, I was like, oh yeah, this guy is actually right. Because when you use words like you always, it's a blanket statement,
and I will come at you defensive.
So
then
the
you
person
say
becomes
I'm
defensive.
I would be defensive.
So communication, and I think marriage counselors have to teach. I think maybe it should be a course partners should take before they go into marriage.
Yeah.
Like communicating skills. It's very important, because a lot of issues in marriages is as a result of lack. Yeah. It boils down to lack of communication.
Yeah.
Lack of communication.
Yeah.
So I'm using this time to say this because I've been thinking of this a lot. So please, folks, learn to communicate.
Just to kind of add a little sprinkle to what CY just said. It's one thing for you to communicate or be communicated to. It's another thing to comprehend what the person is communicating to you. It's communication and comprehension. So I think that while someone is communicating, now this is very common with men. I don't care what you say. Take it up with your pastor. This is very common with men. A woman or your wife, girlfriend, your partner or whatever will be communicating to you, but you want to be a traditional man. You want to be acting like a plank where you are not listening, and I'm communicating. The moment...
But that doesn't mean you're a traditional man. No?
Sir.
That's not the meaning of traditional man.
The moment I have to say what I've said, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on that same topic, you're not comprehending, so you're not listening. No, I'm just saying that's just an example.
You
it doesn't
use the
mean
wrong word, traditional man.
Why? Because you consider yourself a traditional man. Why? Traditional man is relative.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So
but you
some men
with one brush.
Well, some men will be like, I'm a traditional man. You as a woman, you cannot tell me what to do. My say is the final say. It's my way or the highway.
That's an Igbonigwe. He's a cultural man. He's not
okay, whatever you want to call it. But see, when we have situations like that and the woman is not being heard, are you telling me that we're not, well, not me, but we're headed for divorce? So please, even for women too, there are men who feel like their voices are not being heard. Why am I having to tell you the same thing 50 times and over again?
How are you saying it?
The moment... Don't start. That's another topic. That's you keep stirring the pot. You keep stirring the pot. That's another topic for another day.
Okay.
But the moment somebody shares to you, it is enough. The moment your partner tells you, this thing that you are doing is making me feel this type of way. You are hurting me with this action. Desist from that action. Period.
Okay. Got you. Final words, just in 1 minute.
Sure. First off, communication is important, but it's a two-way street. Always remember that. And communicate in love. And communicating in love is not coming and saying, I love you. No. Calm down. Pass out your grievances in love. Let it be a conversation. I want to be able to look at you, my partner, and say, I feel alone. Like I'm doing it all by myself. And you calm down, look at me and say sorry. And the only way that can happen is if you both die to each other. And I'm not saying kill yourself, no. Die to each other. Your ego is out the window the moment you walk in the room. His ego is out the window the moment you walk in the room, and both of you can actually sit down and have a moment. Let every moment be a moment for both of you. That's how I operate. Because if every moment is a moment, we're creating memories. We can sit down in a week or two and laugh about that tough, difficult conversation that's supposed to be tough and difficult. But because I'm dead to my ego, I'm totally dead when I'm around you, and you're totally dead when I'm around me. It's a conversation with two people. I can be so vulnerable with you that I will tell you things that I will normally not tell anybody else. That's all I craved, you know, and that's what I got. God bless you.
Thanks, man. Thanks, man. At that note, we will hang the microphone there. We'll just hang it there. Listen, you know, MCPC said something last week that it's relative, you know, being happily single or miserably married, it's relative. There are people who are miserably single and there are some people who are happily married.
True that.
So it's not a this and this and this or that. Is a this and that, whichever way. I don't know how that works, but I hope you got something from today's episode, this week's episode. But we just want you to understand that marriage is a beautiful thing. Relationship is a great thing. Make sure but just make sure you are doing it right, and you're gonna enjoy it. Trust me. Just get the right person. Follow us on all our social media handles: TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. Subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Follow, share, like, comment. We want to hear feedbacks from you. Honestly, it helps us to know that we're doing something great. We already know we're doing something great, but also it's an encouragement to us. And let's have some fun. We're going to be bringing many more topics to you next. We have guests. We have guests that we're going to be bringing on this thing that you'll be like, wow, how did you get these people? And also, I want you guys to understand that what we are trying to do is free talk is all about making sure relationships are strong. But before we go, bro, your business, man. I can't let you leave this place without talking about your business.
Oh, of course. So it's YEG Solar Solutions. Our website is www.yourenergyguy.com. And you can also reach us by email, gosolar@yourenergyguy.com. Call us on phone, 571-494-2117, 240-564-9993. We are an EPC. We execute, we procure, and we construct. So we're, in essence, a solar sales and installation company. We're in 40 states, and we're growing every day. By the way, we're hiring right now. So if you're looking for a job, please send an email to hireme@yourenergyguy.com, and we'll definitely, lock you in for a day and time that's very convenient for a member of our team and yourself for a quick interview, and make sure that you become a part of the family, because everybody that works with us is family. Even our clients are family, and so we're just trying to see how we can impact the world and, grow together. That's what we do. That's what we're all about.
Bakam, on that note, we want to say au revoir. Good night.
Bye.
Have a great,
Awesome.
evening.
Awesome.
Peace out.